Furthermore, I have personally heard you promise Draupadi that you would bring forth the head of the killer of her sons. Therefore, Asau, this man, Vadyatam, will be killed. The sinner, Atatai, assaulted. Atma, Bandhuha, killer of sons. Artu, of the master. Cha, also. Vipriyam, having not satisfied. Vira, a warrior. Kritavan, one who has done it. Kulapam sana, the burnt remnants of the family.
Translation. This man is an assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he has also dissatisfied his master. He is but the burnt remnants of his family. Kill him immediately.
Yadaso Bhattadhana Papa Atatai Atabandua Bhattuscha Vipriyam Vira Kritavan Kulapang. So Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to kill Asatthama on so many grounds. First of all, he has killed the boys who are sleeping at night. And another very important point is that Atatai means the enemy aggression. Unnecessarily one who attacks is called Atatai. One who sets fire in your house, one who kidnaps your wife or somebody in the family, and one who gives poison, and there are so many lists of ascertaining an Atatai. So Krishna described the Asatthama as Atatai. He is not a brave soldier. So he should be killed. So many faults Krishna found in his behavior, and Bhattuscha Vipriyam Vira. He could not satisfy his master. Sometimes the servants do something abominable for pleasing the master. But he could not please even the master. He wanted to please Duryodhana, his master, promising him that he would kill all the 5 brothers, the Pandavas, but instead of killing the Pandavas, he killed their sons. Duryodhana did not like that, because he knew that the whole Kuru family practically was killed. Only the 5 brothers and Maharaj Parikshit was in the womb of his mother. They survived. So Duryodhana did not like. Duryodhana, whatever he may be, he was a Kshatriya and he fought bravely. So he did not like the Kuru dynasty should be finished. He did not like. But when he understood that the 5 sons of Pandavas were also killed, he became very much disappointed, because the Kuru dynasty is finished. So he could not satisfy his master. Bhattuscha Vipriyam. So whatever he had done, all abominable, not to the rules and regulations, neither as a Brahmin or as a Kshatriya, nor even a brave soldier. He has done things like a Shudra or less than a Shudra, without any religious principle. So he should be killed. There is no excuse. And it is for his good. In the Shastra, it is said that one who is a criminal, he should be killed, Therefore in every country up to date, a murderer is killed, is hanged. That is good for him. If a murderer is killed in this life, punished by the state, government, then his sinful activities and the resultant action is also finished. He is giving his own life. Otherwise, if he escapes, the next life he will suffer so many troubles. That is, I think, they have described in the previous verse. Tadasya hi tadvadastasya hi Shreya. In the verse number 37, it is explained by Krishna that to kill this person, it is for his good. Because he has done so many criminal activities, so by killing him, he will be saved from hideous types of sufferings in the next life. Shreya. Tadvadastasya hi Shreya. Jad-dosha jati adhappama. Prayaschitta, it is called prayaschitta. Prayaschitta in the Shastra, prayaschitta is described. In every religion there is prayaschitta, atonement. In Christian religion, the prayaschitta is also advised. The sinner has to admit that he has committed sin, then he is excused by Christ or God. Better not that purposefully I will go on committing sins and then I shall admit and I will go on with my this business and I will be excused. No, that is not. It is quite natural that if you have done something criminal by mistake, then you can be excused by the authority. But not that because by your admission you are once excused and you will go on committing all kinds of sinful activities and you will be excused simply by your admission. No, that is not possible. The Christians, they do that. On Sunday, they go to the church and they admit their sinful activities of the week and pay something fine to the priest and they become free from these sinful activities, reactions, and from Monday again he begins. And then again on Sunday he admits. There was a movement, moral rearmament movement, MR. So, just like we say that by Sankirtan one is free from all sinful reaction, this moral rearmament movement also preaches that by your admission you become free from all sinful reaction. But this should not be either Harinam or the Christian method of atonement should not be taken as profession. This is once or twice you can be excused, but not that you take it as a profession. That is great sinful. We have got also Nam Aparad, Dasabidha Nam Aparad, 10 kinds of offences. If you chant Hare Krishna mantra with offences, then it will not be effective. You must avoid the offences. 10 kinds of offenses. Guru avajñā, Shruti Shastra Nindanam. There are so many offenses, and one of the offenses is Namnad Bola Jasahi Papa Buddhi. He is greatest offender. One who thinks that by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, I become free from reaction of sinful life. So, the whole day I shall go on committing all kinds of sinful activities, and at night or sometime I shall chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, everything will finish. This is the greatest sin. Namnad Balad Jasahi Papa Buddhi. He is never excused. He is condemned. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts a sinful man like Jagai and Madhai on the condition that he does not commit anymore any sinful activity. On this condition. Not that I have become a Vaishnava, I am chanting Hare Krishna, so I can go on committing all kinds of sinful activities. There will be no reaction. This kind of conviction is the greatest offense, you should remember. Not like that, the Christian atonement. So, we should be very careful about this. Namnad Balad Jasahi Papa Buddhi. Actually, we should not take Harinam as a matter of atonement or Subhakriya. Subhakriya, just like there are many Subhakriya, auspicious activities, we should not take chanting of Hare Krishna mantra as some auspicious activity. It is certainly auspicious, but generally people perform some auspicious activity, Subhakriya, to counteract their impious activities. This should not be done. This is also another offense. You cannot utilize Harinam for any material purpose. Material purpose is just like generally people go to a guru for benefit of some material purpose. Sir, I have got some colic pain within my abdomen. Kindly give me your blessing. The materialistic person, they are after blessing for some material benefit. They are not after Krishna. That is another offense. Therefore, to go to Guru or to accept a Guru, there should not be any material purpose. Tad vijnanatham saguruneva vigacche. One should go to a Guru for spiritual advancement of life, not as a fashion. People go to a Guru as a fashion. My Guru Maharaj used to say that don't make a Guru just like you keep a dog as a fashion. Nowadays it has become a fashion to keep a dog. In the European, American countries, it is a compulsory fashion to have a dog. Everyone keeps a dog. They love dog very much, more than anything. So we are now also imitating, because India is imitator. Since the Britishers came here, we have become first-class imitator. when in 1914 the war was going on. So it is understood that in High Court, Calcutta High Court, there is leisure hour, tiffin hour. So all the judges were sitting. So one English judge, he asked Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee, Mr. Mukherjee, now the Germans are coming, and it's a joke, what you are going to do? Mr. Mukherjee, Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee, he replied, yes, as soon as the Germans will come, we shall offer our respect in this way. Come on, sir. So he will not counteract. Why? You have taught us to make like this, so we shall do that. Because you have simply taught us this, how to obey your orders. So anyone will come, we shall do this. The idea is the slave mentality. The Englishmen, in an organized way, they taught the Indians how to become servant of the Englishman. We have seen it is Gandhi's movement that he dismantled this idea of white prestige. Otherwise, we are taught like that. So, this imitation of Englishmen, formerly in our childhood, it was the advancement of civilization if one could imitate the English fashion. That was. So we should not make that a fashion. Guru is not a fashion. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, in all Vedic literature, who requires a guru? That is described. Tasmad gurum prapaddeta jigyasu Srila uttamam. He requires a guru. Jigyasu. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. That is human life. One who is interested in inquiring about Brahma, he requires a guru. One who has no business for understanding Brahma, simply to make a fashion that I have a guru, this is useless. It has no value. One must be very much inquisitive to understand the spiritual science. He requires guru. Tasmad gurum prapaddeta jigyasu. Jigyasu means inquisitive. Chatudvida bhajante mam sukhiti na arjuna atva arthati jigyasu gyani cha bharatarsha. Gyani jigyasu atva arthati. The grihasthas, they are artha, distressed. So, if he is pious, so in his distressed condition, he approaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My Lord, I am very much distressed. Kindly give me your favor. Give me. There is give me. And Jigyasu, Gyani, they do not want anything, give me. But Jigyasu, actually, what is God? What is the absolute truth? That is the difference. One is going to God for asking something. And Jigyasu Gyani is eulogized because they do not ask anything. to ask anything from God is the higher standard of bhakti. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadisha kamai. This is pure devotion. People generally go to Krishna, God, oh God, give us our daily bread. This is not bhakti, but it is piety. Because he goes to God, there was Sukriti. He is not the sinful man. He is pious man. At least he has approached God. And those who are sinful, they do not approach him. They do not go even in the temple to ask something. They say, what is this nonsense? We don't require. We shall work hard. Nowadays it is going on. Why you go to temple? Why you give credit to God for your success? You work hard. There is a philosophy, karma mimamsa. It is like that. You work hard and you get the profit. Why you should give credit to God? This is going on. They are duskriti. They do not know that without God's mercy you cannot get anything. Otherwise, simply by working hard, anyone could become a big man. No, that is not possible. Without Krishna's desire, without sanction, it cannot be done. Prakritakriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa. Everyone is under the obligation of nature and karma. One cannot surpass. There are many instances in the Shastra. So, we are discussing the point, who requires a guru? If you are actually serious about understanding a spiritual subject matter, Brahma Jigyasa, not this market value. If you are interested about Brahma Jigyasa, just like the merchant association, they inquire what is the value of this share, what is the value of this commodity, how is the value. No, not that kind of inquiries. But Shreya Uttamam, Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. There are two kinds of objective, Shreya and Preya. Preya means immediately sense gratification. That's like a child. Child wants to play because it gives him immediate some sense gratification, satisfaction. He does not like to go to school or to study or to take lesson. He does not like. That is actually prayer. That is Shreya, future benefit. So the parents, the guardians engage him for future benefit. You must take education, otherwise in future you will suffer without education. So this is called Shreya. Similarly, our human life is meant for Shreya, not for prayer. The modern civilization, they are interested in prayer, immediate, some sense gratification. That is not wanted. Therefore Shastra said, Shreya, not prayer. The modern civilization is that eat, drink, be merry and enjoy. Do not care for what is future life. That is condemned civilization. We should know that there is future life, there is birth after death, and we must be prepared. And it is advised in the Bhagavad Gita, Janti deva vrata devan, pitrin janti pitri vrataha, bhuteja janti bhuta, majjajinopi janti ma. So you can achieve this success of life. Madhyajino pija manti. There are many kinds of future benefit. Janti Deva Pratadamana, you can be elevated to the higher planetary system. In the heavenly planets you get long duration of life, higher standard of life that you can get. But that is also not Shreya. That is prayer. The same material happiness in higher standard. Shreya is madhyajino pi janti ma. If you practice jajina, worshipping Krishna, as Krishna says, manmana bhavavar bhakta madhyaji. Madhyajina, the same thing. If you practice, that is your Shreya. Otherwise, anything you do, considering it is very nice, you are being entangled. Jagyartha karmannatru lokayam karma bandhana. Salpam apiyasya dharma satrayate mahato bhaya. If you try to advance in devotional service, even a little bit, it can save you from the greatest danger. And if you do not do that, if you are entangled, if you are enamored by immediate sense satisfaction, you become karma bandhana. Therefore, Guru is required who can save you from the karma bandhana process. But karma mukta, that is required. Not karma bandhana, karma mukta. Sagunan samadhitta etan brahma bhuvaya. If you are trained up to devotional service, mantra bhavicharini bhakti yogena jasiva, sagunan samadhitta, that is sagunan samadhitta, that is mukti. Baddha condition means we are under the three modes of material nature. That is condition. And mukti means you are not under the obligation of the three modes of material nature. And that is called mukta. So Krishna can make you immediately mukta. Aham tva sarva papim bhamakvasyan. That is Krishna's power. Prabhavishnave nama. He can make the lowest class of man. Kirata hunanda pulinda pukvasa vida sambha javana kasada. Jannecha papa. They are considered as the most sinful, less than the Sudras, Chandalas, Kirata hunanda pulinda. Or more sinful, Shuddhanti. They can be purified by the mercy, by the power. Prabha Vishnave Nama. Vishnu has got so much power, so that power you can have the benefit if you surrender to Vishnu. Therefore Krishna personally comes and requests you. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekang saranang bhaja aham tva sarva papebhya mokkhaisami masut. So here is Krishna's direction. You take all as Krishna's direction, then that is bhakti, and you remain Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. You are always immune from the sinful reaction of this material world. It does not mean you cannot manufacture. Actually, you have to follow the orders of Krishna, just like Arjuna is being advised. You simply follow Krishna. Not that whimsically you are going to punish Aswathama under direction of Krishna. Similarly, in every step of your life, if you take Krishna's direction or his representative's direction, then you are safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, and you must all be grateful to Srila Prabhupada for his lovely class. We're just doing this session so that, many times we are sitting in the class and listening, but some of us, but at least me, is not paying attention. So maybe just to kind of see whether we were actually paying attention or not. So it's like an exam that we are having. Anyways, so in this particular verse, in this particular class, Prabhupada actually makes some very strong statements. And we just look at a couple of things that he talks about. So here, as we heard, Krishna is actually encouraging Arjuna to kill Ashwatthama, right? Obviously, we all know the background story. Ashwatthama has, done some great sinful acts, and that is why Krishna is encouraging. So in the class, Prabhupada talks about 2 points. He says why Ashwatthama should be killed. Does anybody remember the 2 points that Prabhupada talks about? Jai Shri Shraddha Gokulanand ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Gaurmata ki Jai. Anybody remembers the 2 points that Prabhupada talks about? No? So he says, first of all, he said, yes, Prabhu.
Example.
Okay.
This would be giving consent to a sinful act. And the other one is that the person himself will feel he's got away with it. That somehow it's okay.
Right. So what you're saying is because he's committed a sinful act, so he should get the result for what he has done. Yes. So Prabhupada, very clearly he says that, first of all, he killed the sleeping boys, the boys who were innocent. They were sleeping at that time. So he killed those boys. So that was a criminal act, sinful act. And the other, he used this Sanskrit word. He says, atatai. Right? Atatai. And he says, atatai, what is the atatai? What does that mean? Does everybody remember? Of course you do remember. Aggressor. Atatai is an aggressor, an enemy. So if somebody is an aggressor, if somebody is an enemy, then you have the right to punish him. And I think most of us must have studied in the Bhagavad Gita there are different kinds of enemies, and obviously Prabhupada touches upon that. What are the kinds of enemies? Somebody who is going to harm your family, or somebody who is, who's given poison, is trying to kill you. There are so many. There is a list of enemies that Prabhupada then says that if somebody does these kinds of activities, then you should punish him. Right? And then he goes on to say one very interesting point, and it's in the translation of the verse actually, where it says that Ashwatthama could not even satisfy his master. Right? He was not even able to satisfy Duryodhana. Why did he kill the sons? He killed them because he thought by killing these boys he would satisfy the master. But Duryodhana, and Prabhupada says this, although Duryodhana had many faults, he was a Kshatriya. He did not want to commit sinful activities. Fighting on the battlefield is a requirement for Kshatriyas, but that does not mean that you go behind the back and murder innocent children. So he was not happy about it. Duryodhana was not happy about it, and we see that Ashwatthama is not following any rules or regulations. It's interesting the way Prabhupada talks about that there were no rules or regulations that he followed, not that of a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, or not even of a brave soldier. It just reminded me how it is important in our spiritual life, how important it is to follow the rules and regulations, and how easy it is to just fall down if we deter from following any of the rules, And then Prabhupada says that, so he goes on to talk about what should be done to such a criminal. Quite strong words. Do you remember what he says, what Prabhupada says? What the Shastra says? Sorry? Kill, yes. The Shastra, and Prabhupada says that even today in so many countries, the punishment that is given to a criminal is that he should be killed. And in fact, most of us may, because we don't understand sometimes how karma works and how things work, and we may think, but that is inhuman to kill somebody like that. But Prabhupada is saying that actually it is good for him. Because if he gets away, then in his next life, he will have to get punished for this. You see? So he says, otherwise if he escapes in his next life, he will have to suffer so many troubles. So killing him or giving him punishment right now in this life is better, because that way at least he is getting rid of his karma. Right? And then Prabhupada goes on to talk about, and this topic he talks about in many classes, and this is atonement. Yeah, what is the Sanskrit word he said? Praishchit, There's another word, paschatap, they say. But the point of praishchit is that, yes, you may say, I'm sorry for it, and then you repeat the same mistake again. What is the point of being sorry then? Right? I'm sure as children we must have experienced this, and as parents we experience it. The child will do something, and you say to the child, but this is wrong, and he'll say sorry, and the next day he does the same thing again. I'm talking even from us when we were children. We did the same thing. So we are saying sorry, but then we repeat the same mistake. That sorry does not have any meaning. What's the point of being sorry? So Prabhupada talks about this, and he talks about this movement. What movement does he talk about? Remember? No, MRA. Yeah, MRA, Moral Rearmament Movement. This is interesting the way he's talking about. And so here Prabhupada is saying that it is preached that, okay, you admit to your mistakes and you will become free from sinful reaction. Of course, we are saying that you perform Harinam and you will be freed from sinful reaction. But that does not mean that based on that, I go on committing sins. And Prabhupada very nicely, he says that just because I know by chanting Hare Krishna I will be freed from sinful reactions, a full day I commit sins, and then at night I sit and I say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, thinking all my reactions are taken care of now. I don't have to worry about it. And then Prabhupada says that is one of the offenses. What is the offense he said? Yes, number 7. That is committing sinful activities on the strength of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? So that we should not do that. That's wrong, so that kind of atonement or that kind of praishchit is wrong. But Prabhupada actually goes deeper, and he says that we should actually not chant Harinam as a matter of atonement. Okay, but we should not even chant it as Shubha Kriya. Shubha Kriya means something that is auspicious. Many a times we hear, let us do this. It is a pious activity. It is an auspicious activity. Chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not a material activity. It does not even come under the category of Shubha Kriya or pious activities. So Prabhupada is explaining, it is auspicious, yes, but it is above that also. It is not just an auspicious activity, right? So one must also be careful that we are not chanting the Lord's name for material purposes. Many of us, when we start, probably not Krishna consciousness, but general like pious activities or religious activities, coming from a Hindu background. That is what we grew up with, You do good things, you go to the Lord, you pray, you perform some, pujas and havans because you're expecting something in return, Because it's like, and Prabhupada says it's a deal. I pass in my exams and I will bring laddus for you. As if like Krishna is waiting for your laddus, That's what, yeah. So that's what we grew up with before we understood the Bhagavad Gita. I'm talking about myself. I don't know about you all. You all are exalted souls. But, for me it was like, that's what I grew up with. So you should not put chanting the Harinam or the Maha Mantra in that category, that if I chant, I will get some material benefits. If it comes, it is like a byproduct, a side product, but that is not the goal, right? That's not the goal of chanting. And then Prabhupada goes on to say that why we should then approach a guru and what kinds of people approach gurus. You remember what he talks about, why we should approach a guru and what kind of people approach guru. Can somebody just let me know why? In general, why do people approach guru? Prabhupada talks about it. In general, why does a person approach a guru? Sorry? Fashion. One of the things Prabhupada says is fashion. Everybody has a guru, so I'll also have a guru. And the second thing Prabhupada says is for material benefits. Remember he says, somebody goes to a guru and says, I have chronic pain in my stomach, please give me your blessings. So all the time, and there's this, I think it is in Prabhupada Lilamrit or generally in India, when Prabhupada was traveling or whatever, people would approach him, Maharaj or Sannyasi, Swamiji, give me your blessings. Of course, Prabhupada is willing to give the blessings, and Prabhupada says, yes, I bless you, you leave everything and come to me, come with me on the spiritual journey. And what would they say? No, we don't want that kind of blessing. What is the blessing we want? Give us the blessing that I prosper in my family life, my business grows. That is the kind of blessings that people want. But Prabhupada explains that, we don't want that kind of blessing. And then he talks about Shreya and prayer. That kind of blessing is where we get immediate sense gratification. Let me pass in my exams, let me get a good job, let my family be good, That is immediate sense gratification. Devotees are not for that. And a guru's blessings should not be asked for prayer. It should be asked for Shreya. And what is Shreya? Prabhupada explains what is Shreya. What is Shreya? Sorry? Taking shelter for the ultimate goal, which is shelter and surrender to Krishna. Right? So yes, different kinds of devotees, and Prabhupada talks about it, different kinds of devotees approach Krishna. He talks about Jigyasu and Artharthi and all these kinds of devotees. It's fine, as at least they are approaching Krishna. At least when they are distressed, when they need something, they approach Krishna. So they realize that there is a higher power, but there are some kinds of people who do not even talk about God. Because they say, why do we give credit to God? It is my hard work. I have done everything. Where is God in the picture? Right? And what is that philosophy called? Prabhupada uses this word. He says, what is that philosophy called? Karma Vimamsa, right? So he's talking about these kind of people who do not even approach God, do not even think that God needs any credit. Better than that, of course, is the other kinds. At least they are approaching Krishna. But a pure devotee, and Prabhupada talks about is a pure devotee does not want anything from the Lord. He does not approach Krishna for anything. Remember, he quotes Mahaprabhu's verse. Na dhanam, na janam. Correct? So a devotee, a pure devotee is one who does not want anything from Krishna. All he wants to do is serve Krishna. That's all that he wants to do. So then, coming back to the point is that the person who needs a guru is somebody who has the Uttam Jigyasa, which means that he is aiming for the highest goal. He is aiming for the Shreya. He is not interested in immediate sense gratification. What he wants is the highest goal. Obviously, then Prabhupada uses the analogy which he has used many places about the child. The child who doesn't want to go to school because obviously he is looking at immediate sense gratification, which is going out and playing. But the parents who know that education is important for the better future of the child, So for us as devotees also we should understand the Shreya and the prayer. And the Shreya for us all is worshipping Krishna. That is the only thing that we all should aim for. And a guru, one should approach a guru who will be able to guide us and save us from this karma bandhan. And in fact, he will release us. He will give us mukti. When we say mukti, obviously, when you can go deeper, but here Prabhupada talks about baddha. Baddha means condition, and mukta. Mukta means you're not under the obligation of the three modes of material nature. You are free. You are free, you come under the direct control of Krishna. And that is what a guru is going to guide you for, and that is what devotees should approach the guru for. So, just to summarize, in this particular verse and class, Prabhupada first talks about a criminal. Who is a criminal? How do you judge a criminal? By his activities that he has done. And a criminal should be punished. It is actually for his own good. Then Prabhupada talks about how one should not commit sinful activities based on the strength of chanting the holy names. That is a big offense. We must understand that chanting the holy name does not come under the category of good deeds or pious activities. It is much more than that. It's not just something that is done to get material benefits. And then Prabhupada goes on to explain about a guru, how and who should approach a guru. A guru is not somebody who is there to give you material benefits. He should take you on the path of spiritual enlightenment, and that is what the disciple should also seek. That is the final destination, that is to become mukta. And finally, Prabhupada says in his class that in every step of your life, if you take Krishna's direction or his representative's direction, then you are safe. So, we all want to be safe, and we have been given the clear directions of how we can be safe. If we take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, if we take shelter of our gurus, and take shelter of Krishna, we will be safe. So I hope you all have a very, very safe day today and every day by taking shelter. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Sorry, your comments. Yes, please. Yes.
Prabhupada also included that the person, and it's in France, crime, it's called crime de passion. In other words, that somebody's killed somebody's wife, and they've killed them in return, but they're mad. They've killed the person they love. They've just gone mad. So that person can be relieved of the death penalty.
Yes. But also when Prabhupada is talking about these punishments and that, it is not that we take things in our own hands, obviously.
No, but if they're mad,
yes.
They're not in control.
Exactly. They are not in control. And that is why, you let the state and whoever deal with it. But according to scriptures, these people should be punished. It's for their own benefit, that they should be punished. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving a nice overview of whole class. In my question, there are three perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
First, story of this Arjun.
Mm-hmm.
Second story is Ashwatthama, and first story is Arjun. Second story is Haridas Thakur, and the third one is our life, my life.
Okay.
So in the first story, we see they are ready to kill. They say we should kill Atatai. Those who harm us, we should react on that. Arjun story. Second story is the Haridas Thakur story, where he didn't respond or react. And my story is how should we understand this?
Very
in our life, sometimes some people may cross the boundaries. They may impact on our consciousness.
Yes, very important. I am not qualified to answer it, but I will attempt. In our scriptures, in the Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, we also read about personalities like Prahlad Maharaj, right? When Prahlad Maharaj was, being given liberation, he prayed that I don't want to be liberated alone. I want to take everybody with me, right? Then we have other personalities in Chaitanya Charitamrita they say that I want to take all the sins of everybody on me. Let all of them get liberated. So now we are reading about this. Does that mean that I can emulate, I can do the same thing? I am not at that stage. So I cannot do that. I read about it, it is great, but I have to also judge where I am in my spiritual journey currently. So being at the stage of Prahlad Maharaj and others who are pure devotees who can say such things that I don't want liberation unless everybody in the entire universe is liberated. But I have to judge where I am at. So in that sense, when we are talking about, let's say, we spoke about Arjuna, that yes, he should kill his enemies. And then we see that Haridas Thakur is taking, everything. Now, these two personalities are pure devotees of the Lord. Correct? I am nowhere near either Arjuna or Haridas Thakur. And that is the reason why I need the guidance of my Guru, what I should be doing in all situations. Because we talk about, we cannot imitate these great personalities. We can try to follow in their footsteps, we cannot become them. So I cannot become Haridas Thakur where people may do whatever to me and I am able to take it. If I am, that's great, but I'm not at that stage. So how do I respond to that? And there are various ways to respond to in Vaishnav culture and Vaishnav etiquette. If you can't immediately do something or say something, but it is affecting you, there are ways of doing it. You go to your senior authorities and say, this is affecting me, what do I do about it? And we have ways of sorting those things out, right? Same way, I cannot become Arjuna and I say that, this person is wrong or he has done this to me, so I will fight him, because that is not, forget about our Vaishnav culture, even society will not accept it, right? Like Prabhupada uses the analogy that when a soldier is at war and he's killed so many people, he gets a medal for it. But when he comes home and he has a fight with his neighbor and if he kills him, he will be put in prison for it. So we have to follow the society norm and the society rules also. So these scriptures, these stories are there to actually give us a path that we try and follow this, but we don't emulate them, we don't become them, right? Yes, we are from Haridas Thakur's life, we learn tolerance, but there is got to be a limit of tolerance, and we are taught that in our Vaishnav culture. There's a limit to how much you can tolerate, and then you take some action. Okay, I hope it helps. Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare